And Television Dude here, and this video is about weird packing material or lack thereof. I have gotten some really weird packing material over the years. A couple of the strangest ones I don't have anymore. The strangest one of all, I'm going to save till the end of this video. But let's see here. I'm actually just gonna describe a couple of the weird ones. But first, before we do that, most people use packing peanuts, bubble wrap, newspaper, or other types of paper. Even those air pockets. That's all good stuff. Here's a few odd ones, not super odd. What's this? Just a piece of styrofoam stripping of some sort. Okay. Whatever. I get a lot of this paper mache stuff. I don't know why, but I get this from time to time. Different size styrofoam blocks, just random. People just save this stuff, I guess, and use it as packing material. This paper I've been seeing a lot. It's let's see if I can get this camera back a little bit. It's just a long sheet of this brown paper. I get this a lot lately. It's usually wound up really tight like this. Most of the time when I get it, but you can unravel it, use it for newspaper and stuff. One of the stranger ones I've ever gotten is this one here, which looks like one of those things you put inside your windshield to keep the sun out. What the heck? Did they actually make this as packing material? It's very cool and all. And, okay, now I'm going to tell you the story about a couple weird ones I've had. Really weird. Was one person used this padding that looked like diapers. This is the one and only time I've ever seen this padding. It doesn't have the curves of a diaper, how it would curve around, a body, but it was just completely flat. But it had padding. It was like padded like a diaper. And there was a bunch of these padded diaper things. And I eventually reused them as padding. Normally I would throw something weird like that away, but I was like, hey, it works. They're good cushioning, so I reuse those things. The next strangest one I ever received was, what was it again? An old pair of pants. It was an old pair of blue jeans. Brown jeans is what they were. An old pair of brown, disgusting looking jeans that didn't look like they'd been washed. They stunk. It looked like maybe they kept them in the garage and used them as rags. And they weren't even clean. They stunk. And they put that in the box as padding material. That is ridiculous. But then again, I'm all for people using, I always say people should use whatever they can instead of using nothing. There's too many people who don't use any padding material. Nothing at all. And I'm like, you could use paper towel. I mean, it might be gross, but even toilet paper or something. I mean, if you really have nothing, you can still find something to use as, unused toilet paper. You can find anything to use as packing. Go to the store and get a newspaper, something. Jeez. Before I show you the weirdest packing that I've ever received, I'm going to show you something, an example of no padding at all. I'm going to show you a picture, insert it right here, of what happens when you can ship something with no padding. Oh, did you see that? That was disastrous. They didn't use no padding. The whole side of the system completely cracked and broke off. Plus, it was dirty and filthy and disgusting. But I also wanted to show you the aftermath of that. With some super glue, this is the same system. Hard to believe, isn't it? If you can see closely, you can see the marks down below. It was all done in pieces, as you can see. You can still see the glue. It was done in like 3 or 4 pieces. There's still some spots where the pieces are completely missing and I couldn't find. And some spots there maybe you can see. I showed my friends the aftermath. All cleaned up and put back together. Like, that's like a miracle. It's still no excuse, though. No excuse at all for no padding. You can't ship stuff like this with no padding whatsoever. Just putting it in a box and letting it go. There are still a ton of people out there who do this. A ton of them. It's unbelievable how many people still do weird stuff like this. Okay, I'm about to show you the weirdest packing I've ever received. This might be weirder than the old pair of pants. This might be weirder than that. I have it right here. This was actual padding material. Let me get the top of this here so I can just sprawl this out on the bed here. This was in a box of stuff I bought. What looks like, it's hard to explain. It's like an outfit, because here's the neck up here. And the arms over here. What is this, like a costume for like Bam Bam or something? Or Pebbles? See, it's got the down here. It's all cut up and stuff for like the how the bottom of a. Very weird. This was packing material. I mean, at least this didn't stink. At least this may have been washed. But this is still the weirdest thing I've ever seen for packing material. What is this? This is bizarre. I mean, once again, I said, well, it's better than no packing material. I mean, at least it was washed this time. Doesn't stink, so. Well, this is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. Especially for packing material. In particularly. I can't say the most bizarre thing ever in my life, but you know what I mean. That tops the cake. I don't know if I'm ever going to receive anything that strange as packing material again. That just takes the cake. So, what are some of the strangest things you guys, or anybody who's watching, girls or guys meaning in general, people. I just want to clarify that before anybody jumps on me. What do you mean, guys? I'm not a guy. So what's the strangest packing material anybody out there has ever received? I would like to hear about it. And that's the end of this video, so thanks for watching.